Claudia Sigua!
Claudia Sigua just sent a brutal warning to Dakota-Ditcheva. Not screaming, not clout chasing, not begging for attention, just a UFC fighter hardened by losses, sharpened by pressure, quietly explaining how she would fight the most dangerous, undefeated woman in MMA. And that's what makes this unsettling. Because when veterans talk like this, they're not predicting a win, they're predicting damage.
Mało tego, powiem ci hit, że wypadła mi walka jeszcze parę dni temu, bo myślałam szczerze, że zawalczę na listopadowym fejmie. Okazało się, że jednak nie.
Claudia Sigua isn't a hype prospect. She's a Polish pressure fighter built in one of Europe's toughest gyms, Ankos MMA, Poznań, born December 30, 1998, fighting out of Łódź, Poland. Former Sudler, MMAF competitor, current UFC bantamweight professional record 7-2. And no, those numbers don't tell the real story. Sigua is dangerous because of how she fights clinch-heavy striking uppercuts on breaks, knees to the body, willingness to grind you down. And if the fight hits the ground, she's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt. This is not a striker who panics in chaos, she creates it. Claudia Sigua joined the UFC in October 2024 with momentum. Her debut, a brutal reality check. She loses to Melissa Mullins by TKO at UFC Fight Night 247. For some fighters, that moment ends careers. For Sigua, it changed her. In 2025, she comes back and defeats Irina Alexieva, a physical, aggressive fighter known for bullying opponents. That win didn't go viral, but fighters noticed because it proved something important. Claudia Sigua doesn't fold after failure, and fighters who survive setbacks are the ones champions respect. When Sigua talks about Dakota-Ditcheva, she doesn't call her overrated, she doesn't laugh, she talks about clinch fighting, about body pressure, about breaking rhythm. That's not trash talk, that's strategy. Sigua believes Dakota thrives when she's allowed to control distance, so her plan, take that away. Force fence exchanges, make it physical early, attack the body, turn precision into discomfort. This isn't, I'll knock you out, this is, I'll make you fight, tired.
Brink going by TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable. And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh,
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it. First round finish, and Dakota-Ditcheva silences.
Let's be clear, Dakota-Ditcheva is not hype. She's 15-0 undefeated PFL Women's Flyweight World Champion 2023, PFL Europe Champion 2024, PFL World Champion, one of the cleanest Muay Thai transitions ever seen in women's MMA. Her weapons career-ending body shots, clinch knees that fold opponents, cold disciplined pressure, championship composure. Her last fight, a dominant decision over Sumiko Inaba in July 2025. Dakota doesn't chase finishes, she engineers them. On paper, Dakota is better, sharper, faster, more accomplished. But Sigua isn't chasing a kickboxing match, she's chasing a fight. She believes undefeated fighters struggle when Plan A gets ugly. Dakota has dominated pressure fighters before. But Sigua believes her clinch-style knees, uppercuts, grappling threats creates constant decision-making fatigue. And fatigue is where mistakes live. If this fight happened tomorrow, Dakota-Ditcheva would be the favorite, and deservedly so. Her timing is elite. Her damage is efficient. Her confidence is real. But Claudia Sigua isn't calling her out for fame. She's doing it because she believes chaos exposes perfection, and fighters with scars, they don't fear undefeated records, they test them. So, what do you think, is Claudia Sigua a real stylistic problem for Dakota-Ditcheva? Or does Dakota's precision erase another warning? Drop your take in the comments. Stop scrolling, because for the first time in a long time, Dakota-Ditcheva's undefeated aura just got challenged by someone who doesn't care about hype belts or pretty striking highlights. Not a PFL contender, not a clout chaser, not a striker trying to outstrike Dakota, but a UFC bantamweight, a Polish pressure fighter. A woman who looked straight into the camera and said, "Dakota, you're the best striker, you're the best grappler, but I'm a killer. I'll break your hype train and make history. That wasn't confidence, that was a threat. And her name is Claudia Segura. Most casual fans don't know who Claudia Segura really is, and that's exactly what makes her dangerous. Polish UFC bantamweight professional record, 7-2. BJJ purple belt cage wrestling specialist, trains with American Top Team and Ankos MMA. She's not flashy, she's not loud, she doesn't talk for attention. She fights to break rhythm, to drag you into ugly exchanges, and to win where comfort dies. Let's talk facts, not hype. Claudia Segura's MMA record, 7 wins, 2 losses, 2 wins by KO/TKO, 1 submission win, 4 decision victories. She's been tested, she's been hurt, and she's been forced to adapt. Loss to Melissa Mullins by TKO. That didn't break her, because what did she do next? She went to Baku, faced Irina Alexieva, and dominated her for 3 straight rounds, 30-27 across all scorecards.
Wiem, że chcę ją wygrać, niezależnie jak się ona potoczy. Gdzieś tam w tej końcówce wiedziałam.
This is where things turned serious. In a recent interview, Claudia didn't hesitate. No praise, no respect speech. No maybe one day, she said, Dakota, you're the best striker. You're the best grappler, but I'm a killer. I'll break your hype train and make history. That line matters because she didn't deny Dakota's skills. She dismissed them. Let's be honest, Dakota-Ditcheva 15-0. Undefeated elite Muay Thai surgical striking distance control. Precision knockouts. She thrives when she can breathe and calculate. But Claudia Segura, she removes space cage pressure, clinch control trips and dirty takedowns, grinding pace, no panic under fire. She doesn't care if she eats a shot as long as she's close enough to make you uncomfortable. Dakota hasn't faced many fighters who fight like this.
Sprinkle by TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Here's the reality. Nobody wants to talk about Dakota. Ditcheva's dominance is built on control. Claudia Segura's confidence is built on chaos. She's not saying she'll outstrike Dakota. She's saying she'll drag her into a fight she's never had. One clinch, one trip, one ugly round, and hype starts to crack. So now the question isn't, is Claudia Segura better? The question is, can Dakota keep the fight clean? What happens if it turns ugly? And is the undefeated aura ready for a killer who doesn't care about records? Comment below Ditcheva if precision stays perfect, Segura if pressure breaks the myth. Because in MMA, history isn't made by hype, it's made by killers.
Santos with a clubbing right. And now starting to put them together. And a close look. Santos lands away from a victory.
Wow.
Miller's actually still fighting. Oh, and knocks her down.
Jason Herzog is really thinking about stopping this fight.
She's still fighting. She's still
I think this is enough. She's not fighting back anymore.
She was still throwing punches.
You guys gonna celebrate these 2 wins. You guys got finishes.
Ah, gente, comer muito, isso é de praxe, né? Vou comer demais. Eu quero sair pra curtir com a minha família.
Stop everything, Luana! The submission machine, Santos, just issued a brutal warning to Dakota-Ditcheva, and she didn't whisper it. She said she's coming to break records, end hype, and make history. This is personal, it's raw, and it's one of the fiercest call-outs we've seen in the women's division strap.
Luana Santos with the buzzer-beating submission.
And Luana Santos is a 25-year-old Brazilian powerhouse who's been tearing through opponents with elite judo throws and elite grappling black belt in judo, blue belt in BJJ, and a record that proves she finishes fights. She's 9-2 as a pro with 5 submissions on her ledger, and she just made UFC history with an Americana submission that no woman in UFC had pulled off before. This isn't chatter, it's a threat with teeth. And the stakes, If Dakota accepts we're looking at Brazil versus England, grappling versus strike experience versus hype, this one could define a generation.
Battle turrets. She was still throwing punches before, so I can see why he let her continue. But there's when she stopped punching, stop the fight.
Exactly, right?
Quick facts you can't ignore. Luana Santos, 9 wins, 2 losses, 1 TKO, 5 submissions, 3 decisions, 2 losses, both by decision. She's not just a submission hunter, she executes rare finishes. On May 17th, 2025, she scored the first Americana submission in UFC women's history to finish Tainara Lisboa, a historic textbook finish at UFC Vegas 106. That finish put Luana firmly on the map. Her momentum is real after the Lisboa win. She's eyed bigger targets, and now she's calling out one of the sport's